Well, I guess this channel has gone full circle with content, to be honest. Because I used to play a lot of Overwatch. I'm starting to upload Overwatch again. And might as well just talk about the patch notes because I have nothing else to do outside of trying to finish Ratchet, Deadlock, and Sly 4, which I'm going to be finished recording tomorrow. So let's see here. Um, we have the new patch notes, and they are for the PTR today. My game is downloading right now. So we have hero updates being Hanzo with 60 damage to a Storm Arrow was 70. That's actually a pretty good change because Storm Arrow is one of those type abilities where it can get pretty broken quite fast. And I feel like with the current game, tanks are horrible because of how much damage there is in the game. All the shields don't really last that long anymore like they used to, and all that. So this is actually a positive buff for tanks, so they have to deal with less. McCree is now at 250 HP. I don't know how I feel about this, but with the adjusted nerfs to his Peacekeeper going back to zero point 0.5 seconds, and his Deadeye no longer locks the player's aim, so that's actually a pretty decent buff and a pretty decent nerf. So he's going back to how he was with, I believe, shooting his Peacekeeper, and Deadeye is actually a much better ultimate where you could actually turn around and look away, which is pretty good. Now we have Reaper, his passive, the Reaping, went down from healed from 40 to 30%. This is actually pretty good because I know Reaper has become a menace with the game because, well, he's actually kind of still powerful for a tank buster, and tanks are horrible right now. Even though I see the next hero being Orisa Fusion Drivers down from 11 to 9. Fortify is now longer, so they reverse that nerf and halt the snare duration, which is the tether, is now 0.65. I understand why, because the pole radius is huge, but decreasing the amount of time it has is actually beneficial to a lot of comps like Double Shield. If you don't have that one long second of pull, it does hinder a lot of what the game has to offer. Sigma's hypers, his primary fire is now down to 20 meters, the same range as Hog's Hook, believe it or not, which is actually just broken. Gravitic Flux can now be interrupted before target begin falling, and impact slow durations reduced from 0.9 to 0.6. That's pretty good. And a creation is now 40 damage from 60 damage for the explosion, which is actually very balanced. So Sigma went from a stupid OP tank to actually almost balanced. That's one thing that I like to see. Then we have Baptiste. Baptiste is now, he is a decent healer still. Biotic launcher recovery time is now 0.45 from 0.36, so he's a little slower than he is currently on live servers. And the biotic launcher's secondary fire heal explosions reduced from 60 to 50. So his primary fire is slower, and his secondary fire, his right click, is heals less. So with how these are, they want to edge out the double shield meta and want to bring back a DPS style type meta. But along with that, along the way, they're going to have to buff a few things and nerf other damage. Like, they're already going the right step with Hanzo. And McCree, they're reverting the changes that they did during Goats, which is pretty good. And with Orisa, she is looking more of a solid tank than she is currently. Sigma is becoming more balanced, and Baptiste is actually becoming another balanced hero. Now, with how this all works, the meta is going to be becoming balanced. They're targeting like heroes that are like super strong via Orisa and Sigma and Baptiste, and they want to change the heroes that are also a little weaker, but they could still do a lot, which is pretty good. People are confused on the Baptiste buffs, but other than that, and I actually see a huge nerf buff balance patch coming out in the next few months, since Overwatch 2 is around the corner sometime this year. So with what they're doing, they are trying to get as much as they can and fix as much as they can. But the game is slowly dying. They definitely need to try and do more. And hopefully the game gets fixed by Overwatch 2. If not, a lot of people will have been like gone from the game. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. Hopefully you guys found this video informative of the patch notes and everything. But anyways, see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.